We didn't have our dispensary open. We were just strictly wholesaling at the time. So we ended up opening our dispensary over here in Chaparral, and he was actually our very first customer.
No shit.
I remember. I was on the roof putting the fucking Yanchika banner on the roof, freaking,
Yeah.
shit. My name would come up, and I was like, oh shit, you're the guy from freaking, from YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like, give me a second. So I get off the roof, and I go in, and we're talking, shooting the shit. And that was exactly how I met Angel.
That's so dope.
That's the first time how I met Angel.
That's so cool.
Ever since then, like, he helped me out at Yanchika, like harvesting and transplanting and doing all this and that. And yeah, I mean, I was like, bro, like, he did that over there for free.
Nice.
Just because he loves cannabis, the cannabis industry in general. So, I mean, he was like the perfect candidate to kind of bring over here and kind of, start working with them. So I was working with Matt, and he was our GC over there. And that's how we met. And yeah, we freaking built a greenhouse, a big old greenhouse in a week.
Nice.
A big old greenhouse of shit.
In 1 week. Yeah.
1 week, bro. Yeah. So it was just badass. We built a pretty cool friendship. I ended up meeting Mike, and we hit it off as well too. And we just kind of been just freaking.
I think that's one of the best ways that I've seen. Like, when I see people get together for the right type of reasons, when you don't depend on each other, everybody offers their part. Sure. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not. Because that's one of the biggest things that I've seen in just like when friends are doing businesses and things like that. One person's doing more than the other or expects more than the other. You guys already had your own things going in. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's when I feel like partnerships and things like that work out because, us together are a super team, but I don't depend on you and you don't depend on me. As long as we're all working together, we're going to be all right. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because everybody brings in their own expertise to the point. Or the business side, the paperwork,
their own
money.
taste or flavor.
Yeah, exactly. And then being so educated and you already have a experience doing that and coming over and getting to know these guys when it made sense. I love hearing stories like that. That's like the whole reason I love having these podcasts because I love hearing people's journeys, how they cross paths, what made sense. So people can learn from that. One of the biggest things that I always tell people on these pods is that I hope whenever you guys listen to this, you guys get a good laugh, first of all. Second of all, you learn something and you get to see how things are built. Like not everything just built over a couple days or a year. This is years of planning and talking. And then when it made sense, you guys crossed paths. Yeah. You were on a road, you guys were on a road, and you guys crossed paths and it made sense. Yeah. And I love hearing shit like that.
It all kind of just fell in, huh?
Yeah, it really did. Yeah, it really did.
Right? I always, it's cliche. Everything happens for a reason. I really do. If you have good intentions to do something well, and you're doing it because you're passionate and you like doing it, in the long run, it's going to pay off for you. I'm not saying it's going to pay off money-wise or whatever, but if you feel fulfilled doing something, you know what I mean? And you're doing it because you feel like you want to do that and pursuing it, I respect the fuck out of it. So with all that being said, I got a couple more bullet points for you guys, things that I feel like I'm interested in people would want to hear. You're like,